One of the real treats of this festival is going to be an evening of solo Bach work. Now, these are really important. They were probably written somewhere 1717, 1723, they believe the cello suites were. But the solo works for violin and the solo works for cello are some of the most beautiful, poignant, virtuosic, intimate works that Bach ever wrote. On one staff, for a small instrument, the man writes a whole world of the deepest thoughts and most powerful feelings. If I imagined I could have created, even conceived the piece, I am quite certain that the excess of excitement and earth-shattering experience would have driven me out of my mind. That is a Brahms talking about this work. We know Bach as the great composer and as a great church musician, as the organist. In his early career, he was a professional violinist too. And so he knew the instrument really well. And how he writes for it is unique because he writes chords under him. One of the real fascinating parts of hearing modern performances of it, in the day the violin had the capacity, because how the strings were a little lower and the bows were different and softer as far as the tension, they could play the chords all together. And now they roll those chords because our modern instruments won't necessarily do that. But you'll find this is some of the most exciting, accessible music you're ever going to hear. And having done by a soloist like Jennifer Coe, I'll quote one of her reviews when it says, "Jennifer Coe is a risk-taking, high-octane player of the kind who grabs the listener by the ears and refuses to let go." Now, the cello works, we also have, as a recent article, he's dubbed the classical rock star. And he is a young cellist, probably all of late 20s, I would guess. He and Yo-Yo Ma were duet partners for the reception for the president of China. The reason why these two young artists, we wanted to do a work on the All Bach Festival of the solo works, but we wanted specifically to find these exciting young talent because we want to say to everyone, Bach is for everybody. They're also going to be working for us in the public schools in trying to inspire that next generation of musician and inspire the local young musicians. And so they're going to be doing workshops in middle schools and high schools. And to have those two on the same program makes this a program you really just don't want to miss, because to hear this done in one evening with the solo violin and solo cello is very unique.